Get ready for a love fest. Welcome to the Lover List, your source for the best love, dating, and relationship stories from the Reddit community. Like, comment, subscribe, and turn on notifications if you're ready to fall in love with our videos. Every year, my boyfriend, 21 male, and I, 22 female, go on a break because he doesn't know what he wants. My boyfriend and I have been together 5 years. We've always been great together, and there's no one else in the world I'd rather be with. We make each other laugh, we like the same things, we have our own hobbies so we don't drive each other crazy, and we've been through so much as a couple. I am in graduate school a state away from him, about a 4-hour drive. We went into long distance fairly easily, so it blindsided me when he suddenly told me he didn't know if our relationship is what he wants. He's always struggled with a fear of commitment, something I've tried to support him through by trying not to pressure him into moving forward. The problem is that every year for the last 3 years, he's gone through a struggle with wanting to be with me. He wants to take a break from our relationship and be separate for a while, which I've agreed to the last 2 years. Every year so far, he's come back to me saying he was being stupid and that he regrets ever being on a break. We talk things through and move forward. I thought after last year we'd be done with it, but today he gave me the same speech he's always given about wanting a break and wanting space. I put us on the break this time because I didn't want to beg him to stay with me. I'm blindsided by this whole thing, and I'm so confused about where it comes from. We're so great for 90% of the year, and then the end of March comes around and he freaks out and wants to break up with me. He says he loves me and always will, but doesn't know what he wants. If he comes back again, do I take him back? I don't know what to do. TLDR, my boyfriend wants to go on a break every year around this time. I don't know if I should take him back this year. It's been about 4 months since my first post, and I thought I'd post an update. Looking back on this post, I can't believe what a difference 4 months has made. After posting it, I read my own words and realized that the relationship was over. I was making excuses for him and justifying staying miserable in the relationship because I just loved him so much. We had a talk when I visited my hometown and broke up. We both were emotional but knew it was for the best, and I was content thinking we were going to spend time being single and discovering who we are as individuals after being so close for so long. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. I found out he had been cheating for at least a couple months before telling me he wanted another break. He began officially dating the new girl about 3 days after we broke up, and he moved in with her after a couple months of dating. He has always been super resistant to commitments before, so that came as a shock. My self-esteem took a huge hit. Now things are different. I discover new things about myself every day. I spend time with my friends who make me feel loved and important, and I'm truly happy for the first time in a long time. At first I wanted to start dating again, and I told myself I was ready, but the truth is that there's so much I don't know about myself yet, and I want to get to know me before I focus on another relationship. Anyway, thank you to the people who commented and let me know that something was going on. As obvious as it was to them, I was completely blindsided. I'm just grateful to be out of that situation, and I'm excited for what's ahead. TLDR, we broke up. He was cheating. I'm much better now. Awesome that you're putting yourself first and moving on happily. I'm sorry he was cheating. That's tough. I'm telling myself it was something that had to happen for me to finally have a reason to get over him. I agree with you. When my husband and I split, I wondered what went wrong. I said over and over it would be so much easier to deal with this if he just cheated on me. Ironically, the day my divorce was final, my sister-in-law told me she had recently found out info and suspected he was cheating before he left. It was the most relieving and freeing information, like I had finality to our 10 years together. I no longer needed to feel guilty for not wanting to be his friend or allow him in my home. My gut always told me he'd never have the courage to leave like he did unless someone else was lined up. He could have just told me, but he let me suffer. But having this information means I can wash my hands and know they will never get dirted by him again. You are so strong. Congratulations, I truly believe you will be way happier than him, if not already. It takes a lot of strength to go through the self-discovery process, and I think you still have some more revelations about your ex-boyfriend/relationship that you are going to discover. I know you said your self-esteem took a hit when he moved in with his next girlfriend, but it won't be sunshine and rainbows that you think it is. First, if he cheated on you with her, he will cheat on her, and that is the opposite of commitment. Second, their relationship is already showing signs that is an unhealthy one. The relationship is moving way too fast. If they have already moved in together, I think you would fully understand and have a revelation about this when you go into your next relationship when you're ready. It also sounds like he doesn't know how to be single. He jumped from one relationship to another instantly. This is where you have the hugest one-up on him, because you are starting to discover how you can love yourself without any validation from anyone else, and that is a powerful thing, because the more you love yourself, the more confident you are and the more people you attract because of it. So own it and enjoy it. As obvious as it was to them, I was completely blindsided. Stuff like that is only obvious to people when they've had a lot of experiences and been burned by people like your ex. You're young and you trusted him, and he used that against you. He's a giant piece of shit, and I'm so sorry you ever had to deal with a person who would behave that way. Pretty inspiring stuff. Glad to hear you're in a great place in your life and taking the time to get to know yourself. A relationship can be a great addition to our lives, but if it's filling a void, we're doing it wrong. No other person can fill the me-shaped spot in my heart. Something I had to learn the hard way for sure. In the end, I'm so grateful that it happened. You give me hope that I will recover from my recent breakup. Congratulations, and continue to learn and love yourself. That makes me so happy. Rooting for you. You need time to mourn. What I understood after therapy was that I didn't need to understand why he did the things he did, why he looked at other girls, why. I just had to mourn our daily together time, the love and time I invested, the feelings I thought I had. And then rediscover myself without him. Stop asking questions and start answering. Me and my ex-boyfriend recently broke up, and I always want to jump straight back into dating, but I think I'm going to do what you are doing. I'm actually really surprising myself with the parts of me I didn't know were there and the things I'm capable of. I'm sorry that things didn't work out, but I think of it that I get to look forward to falling in love again. I hope you find yourself and eventually find someone 100 times better than your ex. I hope you know that his actions after your breakup don't say anything about you or your relationship with him. My first thought when hearing that he moved in with someone right after a breakup is that he was probably compensating for his sense of loss, stability, and connection to you. He was afraid of commitment, and as soon as you broke up with him for lack of commitment, he made a huge commitment with someone else. That screams insecurity to me. You are both young, and it seems that he is much less emotionally mature than you. I'm glad that you ended an unhealthy relationship and have given yourself time to grow and explore what another relationship feels like. A healthy, happy relationship is the best feeling in the world. Given his behavior, I can't help but think it will take him a long time to find that, even if from the outside it looks like he has it. Best decision you can make. Stay alone for a while and get to know yourself better. I went through a breakup 3 years ago. I had a 6-year relationship and decided to stay alone because I was too young when we started, and also I wanted her back so much that I thought that it was not a good sign, and that before going into a new relationship or something like that, I had to learn how to be okay just being alone and know myself better. It was the best decision. 3 years have passed. I started dating again, made some mistakes and learned from them, started going on trips, and since last year started going on trips by my own cause I love having my friends with me, but also I can have a great time just being alone. My new girlfriend came at a really good time. I was healed and ready to start a new relationship and knowing what I want in a serious relationship. We weren't expecting this though, but I haven't felt this way in so long, and it feels so good to have someone with you. Even though we have things in common, there are things we don't, but we respect and learn from the other. We also come from different cultures, but that's not a big deal. Just be patient with yourself, and I wish you the best. My ex did the same thing. One day during my degree I had a call during class. I answered it, and it was my mom, and I stepped out. She said my ex had been crying down the phone because his GF who he was cheating on me with cheated on her. We had a good laugh. I don't know if I believe in karma, but I do believe bad people often get a taste of their own medicine. Just enjoy life, that's the best revenge. Sounds a lot like my ex. We have been on and off for like 8 years with periods of 1 month to 2 years of breaks at a time. It never gets better. She always gets bored after a while and wants to break up. And every time she was seeing someone else or having inappropriate chat conversations. She can't explain why she feels this way, and I believe her, but it doesn't change the result. The result is always the same. Because she wants her cake and to eat it too. She wants the security of knowing you'll be there to fall back on if the guys she really wants aren't into her. If she was mature and comfortable being alone, she wouldn't keep coming back to you. Depending on how you feel about this determines if it's a good or bad thing. You can move on from her or keep letting her do this to you, but if you do the latter, I hope you're getting something out of it. That's the worst. When your so doesn't want to do things with you because you think he is just not that kind of a person, but when he finds a new girlfriend, he does that, whatever that may be, with a new girlfriend, no problem. I've experienced that as well, and it makes you feel like crap. You have a healthy attitude towards it, and I wish you all the best. My ex never admitted to cheating, but I can't imagine that he wasn't based on how quickly his next relationship got to pregnancy. He gave me a lot of lies though, and I'm still working on getting over it. Good call on self-discovery before diving back to the dating pool. I've made a couple half-hearted attempts, but no one deserves that, especially not you. So keep waiting until you're ready, and eventually maybe someday we'll both be bosses with significant others matching in awesome levels. Sorry to hear this, but I think it's a good thing to think about. You said he wasn't the type to be sneaky in the original thread, and even felt like everything was going good, except for this strange behavior that he gets to express concern about the relationship every year and want to go on a break. Also, the idea that a person seems hard to commit to you, but does it for another. This is why Reddit users sometimes say, just break up. A happy and healthy relationship shouldn't be this hard. He was capable of commitment, just not to you. So I do strongly suggest that as much as we love the other person and the other person says they love us, if there are some concerns, try to figure them out together, or if things keep repeating themselves to give the same problems and issues, consider some other options, i.e., breaking up. For future reference, after 2 years of seriously dating, if a marriage isn't firmly on the table, then seriously consider where the relationship is going. Anyone that really loves you will do anything to be with you. They won't give you bullshit commitment reasons. They definitely won't need a break from the relationship. They will move their schedule around to spend more time with you. Real love cherishes you and isn't flimsy on how they feel about being with you. Never make excuses for someone. Source: happily married middle-aged woman. Yes, I learned if he didn't want me after 5 years, he was never going to. Thank you. I'm sorry that happened to you, but do not let your self-esteem suffer. I have in the past broke up with awesome guys, very cute, very educated, and they treated me so great. People told me I was stupid for breaking up with them. I just didn't have feelings for them for some reason. I wish I could have. And I have dated and been dumped by guys who were objectively less attractive, treated me terribly, and do not have nearly as much going for them as the men I have decided I would not be with. However, I was devastated by these breakups. Some people are emotional or illogical. Sometimes you want to create feelings for people and you just can't. If someone breaks up with you for someone else, it's not because they are better at anything. It could be 1,000 reasons, and more than half of them are illogical. In any case, I'm telling you this to let you know, don't let your self-esteem take a hit. I'm happy you are taking care of yourself. Thanks for tuning into another episode of Love and Relationship Stories. If you enjoyed hearing these intriguing tales, be sure to hit that like button and leave a comment with your thoughts. Don't miss out on any future episodes. Subscribe now and turn on the notification bell to stay updated. Your support helps us bring you more of the love, dating, and relationship stories that you love.